Hmm. Whew. Another day in the books. Taco Tuesday down. Hump Day on tap in a few minutes. Good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it has been another busy day, but then again, every day for me is busy, and I like it like that. Couple of things. One, we're dealing with the running back situation, and we're dealing with Stephen Jones, and we're dealing with Zeke Elliott. Stephen Jones, God. Stephen Jones, which the Dallas Cowboys have spent all of $15 million this offseason, in comparison to, say, the Eagles that have spent about $400 million. We literally hear that they could not pay Derrick Henry. Now, the craziest thing that you'll see out there, of course, is I've seen on Facebook in a couple of different groups where people say Cowboys are paying Zeke Elliott $6 million of his past contract and then $3 million of his contract this year. But they said that he couldn't afford Derrick Henry, who's $8 million. Okay. I don't mean to tell anybody that they're dumb, but I'm sorry, you're dumb and don't understand. The dead money has to be paid regardless if Zeke is here or somebody else is there. That is just like, it's a hit that's there because that's the contract before. You can't look and say, oh, well, if Zeke wasn't re-signed, we wouldn't have paid the $6, so we'd have the $6 that we could give to Derrick Henry along with the $3. So, and then we would have actually saved $1 million. No. If you had gotten Derrick Henry, you would have taken the 8 right there, and you would have taken the 6 right there, in which case you would have spent 14 as opposed to the 9, which is what we're spending now. It's amazing that the Cowboys could sign a $90 million contract for Zeke before, and that they could sign a franchise tag of 10.4 for last year, along with the $6 million dead hit they took last year for Zeke. But that $8 million for Derrick Henry is just too much. We couldn't afford it. I would rather you say, instead of coming back as you look at the Cowboys, understand that we sit here and we think about the New Orleans Saints that were $75 million in the red. They weren't out there saying, we've got to go ahead and we can't sign anybody, we can't afford to pay people. No, only the Cowboys, only the Dallas Cowboys say that there's no money to sign anybody and literally don't sign anybody. And you have to look at this as it's the Cowboys' own fault for waiting till the last minute to do every damn thing. Everything. Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott seems to be excited, seems to be happy, seems to be at home. The question is, and here's just a real question. The last year he was here with us, splitting time with Tony Pollard, he had 860 some yards, I believe it was, and 12 TDs. He was a short yardage specialist. Last year with New England, he had 3 TDs and 640 yards, somewhere around there. He had 3.5 yards per carry last year and 3.8 the last year he was here with Dallas. So the question is, the over and under. Is the over or under 800 yards and 8 TDs? Which are you taking? More than 800 yards? More than 8 TDs? rushing TDs? That's the question I have to ask. I think the Cowboys are a better team than New England. I think potentially they could have a better offensive line than New England. And I say that having Dak Prescott and the passing game should help open up the running game. The question is, how much does Zeke really have left? And, or will the Cowboys bring in another running back to add to the mix? Or do they have that guy, Enrico Dowdle? Or Deuce Vaughn? I wish I had the answers for those. I wish I could go ahead in the future and say, hey, the Cowboys are going to be 11-6. They're going to win the wild card round, and they're going to win a divisional game and make it to the NFC Championship. And I didn't go far enough ahead to see if they were going to make it to the Super Bowl or not. I wish I could do that, but unfortunately I can't. Unfortunately I can't. But leave in the comments what your thoughts are on that over and under. So today I announced on my other channel and this channel that we're starting a brick campaign. We're trying to get this house put on the National Registry, and it's about $3,500 cost in applying for doing that. My goal all along has been to save this place and make sure that it lives for hopefully another 200 years. And I think we've already had 2 people order bricks, and we've had the Waynesboro Historic Commission that made a $1,000 donation, and they're buying 20 of the personalized bricks, which will be, we're going to call them the decade bricks, because we're going to start out at 1820, 1830, 1840, and on those we're going to list like 3 significant events that happened during that period. Well, the donation bricks, you can get customized. So I know that Debbie, whose ancestors lived here, that her great-great-great-grandfather and his wife, they're going to be on a brick. I know some Eagle trolls said that they were going to go ahead and get one that said, "Go Eagles," or something like that, or "Fly Eagles Fly," or something. But this place has become so near and dear to me that I've been literally busting my ass to try and make it as good as it can be and as pretty as it can be. And some days it just wears you the hell out. But it's been a blessing. Next week I will be in Burlington, Vermont, and going to a city. I forgot the name of the city. Montpelier, I think it is, in Vermont, to do a community rebuild. And people were asking me about when we went to Puerto Rico in 2018 and 2019. And I remember in 2019, me and Michael went to McCarty Rum Factory. And when you go, you take the tour, of course, you get some samples of rum and everything else. And of course, you can buy, of course, rum. Now they have a rum that you can only buy there in Puerto Rico. And also, too, they have a 25-year-old aged rum blend that you can put in the bottles. So basically, you're going to the barrel and you're opening up the tap and you're pouring it into the bottle, and you get to dip it into the hot ink and stuff after they put the cork in it. So that way it's sealed up and it gets the stamp on it, and they make a label for you. And I got that bottle of 25-year-old rum. And it's Joe Boo. It's a bottle of rum. It was 5 years ago. That's a 30-year-old bottle of rum. 30 years old. I said I won't open up that bottle until the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl. I hope I get to open up that bottle of rum. Anyway, good people. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And remember, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again, good people, and I love you guys. And hopefully, tomorrow, I'll see you first thing. Peace out.